Now, according to UNESCO, only 23% of the global workforce working in the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics fields are female. So this underrepresentation is also mirrored in South Africa. And there are strong factors to show that one of the things that can really address the critical skills shortage in this field and also ensure that our country is geared up for a digital future lies in increasing the number of girls and women who take up studies and careers in the STEM fields. Now, from girl to woman, the Dream Girls Academy supports female youth to move from economic dependency to self-sufficiency and become successful and purpose-driven professionals in the STEM field. So we work towards the SDG goal number 5 of gender equality, and we also specifically focus on the sub-goal of enabling and enhancing technology for the promotion of women empowerment. At Dream Girls, we educate to elevate, and our strength is really ensuring that we develop women who are women of action, women who are of excellence, and women who will use their education and their professional background to actually build a thriving society. So we have a hub and we develop the pipeline of young female talent for the tech space. So we have a number of female empowerment services and programs, starting with working with girls at a high school level to start grooming them for studies and careers in the STEM field. We also have skills development programs focusing on digital skills, coding, and the STEM industries, and also entrepreneurship. Most importantly, we work with these young women over actually a long-term basis to ensure that they become employable and entrepreneurial. So all of our facilitators, our mentors, and our volunteers working within the Dream Girls Academy, they go through a very rigorous selection process. And once they are selected, we train them up in what we call the Dream Girls Way. So this is basically to ensure that our culture of empowerment and sisterhood gets carried through across all of our branches and across all of our programs in multiple locations. So, by the end of this year, over 1,700 teen girls and young women would have graduated from our various programs. And our alumni network is so strong because it's actually a vehicle for us to start scaling and replicating our model, not only across the country, but in other African countries as well. So currently we are in 8 cities. We have fully fledged branches in Cape Town, Johannesburg, Durban, and then we have a footprint in an additional 5 cities across South Africa. And the large majority of our network are actively pursuing further studies, or they are employed, or are busy with entrepreneurship. And plus minus 20% we are currently working with, and we put them in the incubation phase to prepare them for that next opportunity in life. So we've been privileged to work with a range of blue chip partners, from the corporate sector into the civil society and the government sector. However, we are at a point where we still need that continued support, mentorship, and funding to really now enter our next phase of growth. So, Dream Girls Academy was started in my back garden in 2011, and to date, it is still run by a powerful, dynamic team of young women who are all influential in their own right, managing various aspects of the business, and also coming from all different industries. So now we have a model that works for women empowerment. we have proved that we can replicate our model, and we're really calling on individuals and organizations to help take our model to scale. And how you can do that is by purchasing a Dreambox. So in the Dreambox, you've got all the tools, the training, the materials, everything you need to set up a Dream Girls chapter in your city or even in your country. So, as it stands, our funding to date has purely been donor and grant-based, but this year we're seeking to raise about half of our annual budget so that we can set up revenue streams to ensure that we become even more financially sustainable. So, our target for next year is to actually generate $200,000 from our various revenue-generating channels. How we plan to do that is through social franchising fees, through actually social franchising our Dream Girls model, to talent placement fees, because now, as you can imagine, we've built up a hub of young women that can be placed. But anyways, that's a wrap. That's from me. Thank you very much.
It's always difficult to go first because 5 minutes goes extremely quickly. You guys will see. It does. So thank you for that. Can I start off with questions? Yes, so obviously also a very short time to ask questions. Just a little bit about the social franchising fees. How do you see that working? What sort of value add do you see that you're adding in as a franchisor? And what kind of things are they paying for? Like, how do you see that?
Yeah, so I mean, almost on a weekly basis, we get emails and we get contacted from women really all over the continent saying, I really want to start like something for the girls in my community, but I don't even know where to start. So from the first aspect is really that mentorship and coaching on how to start a model that can actually create an impact in their community. Then obviously there's things like branding. Also they'll get trained up. So as an example, we're looking at different tiers of the social franchising model. So for example, if you are a premium Dream Girls affiliate, you will be flown to, let's say, Johannesburg at the beginning of the year to get trained up fully. And then we kind of mentor you, monthly Skype calls to kind of ensure that. And then also all of our presentations. So we've developed manuals, presentations for all of our program components for our various training programs that we have.
Use those already exist?
Yeah.
I just want to know a little bit more about your market, your competition and stuff like that. Do you know who's out there and do you partner with them? And yeah.
Yes, so we definitely do. So we have a range of as competitors, but if you look at maybe the science and the tech space, so you typically have those who focus on coding, girl hype, girls who code and so forth. And we do typically partner with them. So for example, if we do get a huge grant, our core strength really is kind of adding to the technical skills. It's all around mindset and actually building women who have a growth mindset. So in those cases, we do partner with other organizations or we contract like facilitators in. And I think what also makes us different from a larger scale is that we do focus on the skills development piece, but our culture and our sisterhood is really strong. We know every girl that's come through our program over the past 8 years by name. So that, because we believe that our alumni and our network is really, we want them to eventually take over from us. We want them to run their own Dream Girls branches, one day. So.
Well done, Eslin. 5 minutes goes quickly. I just want to take some time to understand your model. How is it exactly that you guys make money? What are your revenue streams?
Okay, so as I mentioned, to date, our funding has purely been grant donor based. How we're seeing it in the future is from a social franchising arm. So for example, if you want to start a program, you can pay us a fee and we'll give you all of our materials, our IP and so forth, and the coaching to kind of start up a branch. Second of all, talent placement fees. So because we have this huge network, if you think of normal HR recruiters, they get a placement fee every time they place a new person. So let's say if Microsoft is looking for 5 female data analysts as an example, the HR recruiter gets a fee if her candidates get in. So because we've got this network in any case, we can then earn from that. And then also we're looking at charging program fees going forward. And then I just want to add one last thing. So we recently did a study where we interviewed some of our alumni, and every single candidate that we interviewed, we asked them, would you pay for this program? And everyone said yes. So we see an opportunity to kind of charge, an amount for certain of our programs.